Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Just a few days ago, I made a video on the Lunchley situation, and I am making another video on the Lunchley situation because, like I said last video, I thought there would be sequels, like many sequels to the Lunchley situation because, it was spreading quickly, and not only that, the owner of the food product is literally Mr. Beast himself, so of course the product was going to get really popular. If you haven't yet already, feel free to check out my two most recent videos, one being the prequel to the Lunchley situation, which is the one I was yapping about a few seconds ago, and one for the 2 steps ahead video. There'll be more videos like this since I think they'll be helpful for my channel. So guys, Mr. Beast strikes again, and man, the generation is so cooked because Mr. Beast has just fallen off even more now. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. If you still like him, then good for you. But he just dropped this new video, which is called 100 Identical Twins Fight for $250,000, or what I'd call it pounds, since I revealed to your last video I was British. And while in some ways it was still an entertaining video, because ages 1 to 100 was my favorite video Mr. Beast ever made, so gotta love a video that's similar. Oh my god, 41 returned. I didn't expect that. Who was from ages 1 to 100, and she appeared with her twin. But yeah, there's just one problem with the video. The sponsor was Lunchley. Come on, bro. The three KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast are kind of glazing the product right now. It even got its own sponsor, and all the contestants said it was good. I'm telling you, if I was one of the contestants, I would just be quiet. If I was one of the contestants in the challenge and I just happened to have a twin, well, I don't, but if I did, then I would not know what to say. Mr. Beast comes over saying, "Hello, I have gotten the Lunchley product. Would you like to try something?" I'd say yes. And then he's like, "How is it?" What am I going to say? Because, bro, I think it's a bad product. At least Feastables was alright, and even Prime was alright. Prime, I could at least get over Prime. It was a bit overrated and glazed. It wasn't that great. Just stick to Coke or water, in my opinion. But it wasn't terrible, and even Feastables was quite good, depending on the flavour. But Lunchley, it does not really deserve a sponsor, in my opinion. We should just stick to contestants having Feastables as a prize. Lunchables was bad, but it's at least better than Lunchley. The concerning part is it almost feels like Lunchley is replacing not Lunchables. It almost feels like Lunchley is replacing the Feastables, because it seems like it's going to appear more often. Every time we go into sponsors, it's going to be like, "Hi, my name is Mr. Beast. I am going to be giving everyone Lunchley." I feel like Feastables is going to get forgotten, and Prime. Sure, it comes along with Lunchley, but it's not really a focus. Even though Feastables and Prime both come with Lunchley, no one really talks about it, let's just be honest. It's basically just Lunchley now. But the main focus of the video is Logan Paul's response to the situation. Last video we talked about KSI, and now we are going to be doing Logan Paul. Because, we're going to have sequels, and if Mr. Beast responds, then there'll be another sequel, and if, Penguin Zero, just any YouTuber, we'll be getting sequels. But yeah, Logan Paul is the same YouTuber that made a terrible apology, 6 years ago. The apology wasn't bad or anything, it wasn't very hard made. Look at The Money Show. The Money Show is a YouTuber who, he basically hired someone to help him edit with his YouTube channel. But then the person, because a lot of people, 2 months ago, were making videos on The Money Show, and The Money Show's editor, he kept copyright striking videos that were talking about The Money Show. And as soon as The Money Show found it out, he took responsibility and fired him, making a good apology video. Now, anyways, back to the point. Logan Paul was as you know, he helped make the Lunchley product. And while I think it wasn't as bad as KSI's response, it still wasn't good. All he put was something we went from communities, but now we're making businesses. Bro, the huge, you make a community post on YouTube, it's not called a business post, isn't it? It's called a community post. And people aren't even YouTubers anymore, man. They're just people who want money. Like, the platform is called YouTube, not a money platform. I mean, you could call it that because, like, you get money depending on the amount of subs you get. Like, it's not a money platform, it's just you get money if you're a popular YouTuber. But yeah, the apology was not good at all. I mean, not apology, what am I saying? I'm focusing on the video from 6 years ago. The response wasn't good. Now, I honestly really feel like Mr. Beast just needs to join in since, like, he's the owner. Maybe he could give better info. But yeah, let's also go back to DanTDM, the YouTuber we were talking about last video, who talked about this controversy and was not happy. Like, once again, I still support him. And I don't know why KSI, like, I bet you KSI would have found DanTDM's toys perfectly fine if DanTDM never joined in, because when DanTDM said the Lunchly was bad, KSI just responded with DanTDM's toys saying it's something that looks really bad. And I bet KSI would have liked DanTDM's toy if they never started war in the first place. I feel like he's just pretending to not like it just because DanTDM doesn't like the Lunchly product. And after all, KSI has the exact toy from the exact company, so there's not really much of a difference. Now, back to Logan Paul. I'm not saying I hate him. Once again, there's been a time where he was in his prime. No pun intended. But, there's been many times where he was just extremely controversial. Like, we're not even going to get into detail. But back to the response, like, when Logan Paul talks about the fact that they were making businesses, it's kind of irrelevant. Like, whether it's a business or not, it's not helpful. Like, we're talking about the fact that a lot of people think the food's too unhealthy for kids. But all Logan Paul seemed to respond with was just bragging about the fact it was a business. Like, there's not much info that helps at all. Like, with KSI, you can at least tell he's trying to fight back or have an opinion. Like, even though, like, I'm not saying KSI had a good response, it was still pretty bad, but, like, Logan Paul just mentioned the fact it was a business, and that's all it felt like. That's literally it. It was a very confusing response. Now, I want DanTDM, well, he doesn't have to, but it would be cool if DanTDM made another post or response, because then that makes more content for me. Like, I'm gonna make many sequels for Lunchly. Like, expect maybe, like, after a couple days there'll be another video on Lunchly. Like, because, like, there's gonna be so many updates, man. This is only the beginning of a very controversial product. The reason I started this type of content was because, you know, it's trending. We'll get some views because, like, as much as I love making my old content, it's not view-worthy. Now, I know doing what you love is more important than getting views, but I thought it would be a good little experiment. And it seemed to have worked. Last video did not do bad, and it even got a reaction video from Godzilla Productions. So thank you so much. Like, always wanted to be reacted to, so I respect that. So yeah, last video did really good. Like if I remember, it only got into the 100 sort of views, but it's still good. Like, I'm proud of it. Speaking of fact, most of the time my views aren't particularly very high. I will take it. I'm just grateful for who I have and all my viewers. And about Logan Paul, I respect his opinion if he likes his business. Like, obviously he would. But man, in my personal opinion, this ain't no business. This is sloppiness. Because, like, it's just ruining kids' intelligence. Because, like, not only the unhealthiness will make kids hyper, it also just kind of feels like it's insulting their intelligence. Like, just like, oh, it's just a harmless little Lunchly product. It's like the Twix. If you don't know what a Twix is, it's like this chocolate, a chocolate. Now, I don't know much about it, but it doesn't seem like a very talked about product, so I'm assuming it's British. I might be wrong. Maybe there's Twix in America. Hopefully there is, because Twix is very delicious. Like, unless there was allergies or stuff like that, I bet everyone around the world would find Twix decent. Respectable opinion if you think it's bad, though. But yeah, Lunchly is not like a regular chocolate you'd have for dessert. It's something like that's really unhealthy. Like, it's kind of like insulting kids' intelligence, because kids are gonna think, oh, it's just a normal dessert, when it's actually something that's just making kids eat unhealthy food. And I might be wrong. I know nothing about Lunchables. I only know a lot about Lunchly. But I think Lunchables was something you could have in your lunchbox when you go to school. I might be wrong once again. And speaking of the fact that was bad enough, that's also insulting kids' intelligence. Like, saying, because, like, if you went to elementary school or primary school, whatever you want to call it, you may remember that the dinner ladies or dinner men, whatever you want to call them, like, depending on who you had, always wanted you to have a healthy food alongside your lunch. Now, if you came in with a lunchbox, you would have, and you had Lunchables inside, you would not realize how much, like, it's kind of, like, awkward, because, like, it may just feel like something you can have normally, which it is. You can have it. It's still a normal food. You can have it if you like, but it's not healthy. Like, sure, neither are foods like Kit Kats or Twixes, but they're at least something that, like, because Lunchly is being owned by a popular YouTuber that lots of kids love to watch. It's giving a bad example. Like, sure, I've had a lot of unhealthy foods before. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, you can still make extremely unhealthy food if you want. It's just, it just feels a little bit wrong. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's about it. That's it with the sequel. Thank you, Godzilla Productions, for the reaction video. Thank you guys for the support. Tell me your opinions down below on this very controversial product. And yeah, please consider subscribing. I want to get to 1K by the end of the year, and I'll see you next time.